very glad to be here this morning, and I'd just like to thank the CLPP conference. This is restoring my hope for the future of the world, really. This is beautiful. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I was born in Brooklyn, so Brooklyn is in the house represented. And as a child of 6, I was on welfare when I was a child, and when I was drafted in 1966, I really almost felt good about being drafted. I didn't fight the draft or anything. There was ways of going underground. I felt like I just felt like, hey, it was a chance to get away. When I was in high school, I was working full-time to help support the family. My mother was a single mother, and we were on welfare and stuff. And so I knew I was needed at home. So when I got drafted, I thought I'd go and just accept it. But when I got to Vietnam, I realized that what we were doing there didn't even make military sense. Sometimes I was a Vietnam combat infantryman, and we go out and fly out in helicopters and secure a certain area. Then we pull back, and then we'd have to go and take the same area over again. A lot of veterans felt like this wasn't what we were trained to do, and it just didn't make sense. And it wasn't until I got wounded that I started looking around, and I noticed there were children everywhere. No matter where we went in Vietnam, there were children there, and they would follow us sometimes, and because Americans being sloppy, we'd throw cans away, we'd throw plastic away, and they used the things that we threw away, and more and more I saw this. There was a letter I wrote to my mother. It's in a book called Dear America, Letters Home from Vietnam. I think you can go to YouTube and actually see my letter that I wrote. And more and more I seen the dehumanization of the Vietnamese people. It was something I even took part in, I'm not proud to say, but I mean, we would buy drugs off of an 11-year-old child and stuff who was able to speak like 5 languages. He spoke French because the French were there. They spoke German. They spoke all these languages, and English also, and Vietnamese, among others. And we wound up we just took it as like, this is the way it is in this country. We really didn't think about it at all. Being 19, naive, and 1 year out of high school. And it was the type of thing where more and more, when I got home, I wound up seeing, just realizing what I went through as African American. As I was doing research, I realized that what's happening even today in Iraq and Afghanistan, I've seen like people coming back from there not being treated by the VA, and there's a higher rate of suicide than ever. The way women are being treated, 1 in 3 women in the military are either assaulted or raped, and that's in comparison to 1 in 6 in civilian life. And it's the type of thing where more and more I looked at it, even today, what we're doing to our children, we're teaching our children to kill with the video games. The military actually has a Humvee, a life-size Humvee. 13-year-olds can go on it, take an M16 and shoot at a virtual target. And what's the target? They call them Hajis. And it's a virtual game, and you can just walk in, just sign a sheet, and just jump on it and take an M16 that has a real fire kick to it. So you're actually shooting. We're using all these tools that we're using in video games. We're using it to desensitize our children. Our children. There's one incident I just must say real quick that it was in Paducah, I believe, that one high school student. It was the first time in military history or the history of law enforcement that one person shot 8 times and hit all 8 targets. And this child was, he was playing video games. He played hundreds of hours of shooting video games, and the targets blow up. The virtual reality is, it's so realistic. And I just want to end with that, and thank you very much, and really, power to the people.